Here it is, the third week of April. It's Wednesday, April 17th to be exact. And we're back in one of my favorite places in the entire world, Salem, Massachusetts. So if you're a fan of this channel, you might notice that I come to Salem quite a bit. I only live about 30 miles down the highway, so it's very accessible to me. I'm usually here every weekend in October showing you the haunted happenings here in Salem, Massachusetts. I also came a few months ago in February to see how winter looked in Salem. Well, today, it's the third week of April. We're in the middle of spring. I'm going to show you some things I haven't showed you in previous detours, which should be exciting for me and hopefully for you. It's currently 55 degrees here in Salem. We're supposed to hit about 61 or 62 degrees today, which makes it a perfect day to walk around downtown Salem and possibly over there to the waterfront as well. You know I never stop in Salem without saying hello to Samantha from Bewitched. In past detours, I brought you over here to meet Samantha from Bewitched, but we're not going to talk about her today. We've already covered that. Another place in Salem we're not going to talk about because we've already been here is the Witch House, which is this building right here. We're not going to discuss that it was owned by a Salem judge, Jonathan Corwin, who was responsible for putting 19 witches to their death. We've already covered that as well. And we're definitely not going to talk about Roger Conant, the first settler of Salem, Massachusetts. And we're 100% not going to talk about the Salem Witch Museum, because you and I, we've already covered both of those topics already. Nope, today, you and I, we're going to go look at some stuff and do some stuff that we haven't done here in Salem before. Right behind me is Proctors Ledge. It's been confirmed this is the exact spot back in 1692 where those 19 witches, or people that were accused of witches, were hung on that hill behind me. In the year 1692, all these names here on these plaques, these were the people that were accused of, well, being witches here in the city of Salem, and they were all executed by gallows here on this very hill. Bridget Bishop, Sarah Good, Elizabeth Howe, Susan Martin, Rebecca Nurse, Sarah Wilds, Reverend George Burroughs, Martha Carrier, George Jacobs Sr., John Proctor, John Willard, Martha Corey, Mary Easty, Alice Parker, Mary Parker, Ann Pewter, Wilmot Red, Margaret Scott, and Samuel Wardwell. People have left all these stones here on top of this monument for the people that were executed. Flowers. The city of Salem does ask you if you do want to visit. Don't visit after dusk, and definitely don't climb the hill. What are the chances that one of these remaining trees is a tree actually used in the hanging of these witches? Although I do think the actual Proctor's Ledge is right across the street from the monument, which is right up the street from our current Walgreens. I'm now heading up to Gallows Hill in search of the famous hanging tree, which may or may not have been used to execute witches. Whoa, check out that water tower. I've never noticed that all these times I've come to Salem. So I guess I gotta walk this extra sketchy path into the woods, which should bring me up to Gallows Hill, where that was believed to be the original execution site of the witches. Yeah, I'm not sure how comfortable I am walking through this woods alone. I don't think I want to go too much further than this. Yeah, I do not feel comfortable in here whatsoever. Is that hill over there maybe Gallows Hill? I think I'm in the wrong Gallows Hill. I think this is Gallows Hill State Park. This isn't where any of the witches were hung. It does look like they could have played some baseball games out here, though. They got a couple backstops, got some benches, dugouts. They even got a skate park over there. Does that path over there bring me someplace? Oh, let me check my GPS. Is that where I need to go? Up to the water tower? It's nice that they gave me the coyote warning before I walk up in this trail. I don't know what's down here. I'm gonna get off that hill before I come across a snake. Those kids scared the hell out of me. Came out of nowhere, out of the woods on those bikes. Today might be that day where I finally do one of these Salem Trolley tours. It's very different here in April. Usually in October, that haunted house right behind me would be open and operational, line out the door. Today, not so much. You guys know I always mention Witch City Inc. and how I want to come in here and finally get that creature from the Black Lagoon tattoo that I've been desiring. Well, if you watched a detour from last week, I finally got that one, but I did it at the Boston Tattoo Convention. Welcome to Salem, Disneyland for the dead. I try to pick up that t-shirt every time I come here, but they only have it in sweatshirts, which is disappointing. Bingo. Finally t-shirts. Gonna check out this bar and restaurant that I've never even heard of until my buddy Steve told me about it a few months ago. And this is my first time coming here. Well, I know nothing about this place behind me other than my friend Steve recommended this place to me and said it's right up your alley, so I'm in the neighborhood. Dang right, this place is right up my alley. Check out this bar, just full of classic video games, Q*bert, Pac-Man, Galaga, all that stuff. Full bar menu. Yeah, look at it. This takes me back to fun and games, my childhood. This place was amazing. Check this out. They even got the tabletop version of Pac-Man here at the Bit Bar. Check this out. They got a whole nother room down here, which is full of pinball machines and some 90s video games. Oh yeah, they got the classic Elvira, they got Terminator 2, the Addams Family, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Hobbit, Star Wars, Star Trek, and of course they got machines where you can change paper money into coins. There are a few kids in here right now because it's school vacation week, plus I believe kids are allowed inside here between the hours of 4 and 8, and then after 8 p.m. it's 21 and older, which is awesome. Right? You don't have to fight with these kids that play these video games. Looks like they got karaoke and Pac-Man out here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. I'll have to make my next journey here on a Sunday. Speaking of burger time, now that's a good looking bacon burger. You can even play Nintendo as you drink locally brewed beers here at the Bit Bar. So that place is awesome. Yeah, if you're definitely in the neighborhood, you gotta step inside this establishment. Grab yourself a beer if you're under 21, grab yourself a soda. Just throw several dollars worth of quarters into these machines. Put a smile on your face. And you can find the Bit Bar right here at 50 St. Peter Street. And the building that the Bit Bar is in is actually the old Salem jail. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a ticket for that trolley. I just purchased my ticket for the Salem Trolley tour, a tour I've never taken before, which is exciting for me. I mean, I like to think I know a little bit about Salem. That's why I always do these little walking tours for you guys. But, well, this trolley tour will actually give me a little bit more knowledge of Salem.
The bump we're about to go over. If you were here prior to 1840, the wheels of this trolley would now be getting wet. In another 100 feet, this trolley would have been completely submerged in the South River. They will lead you down to the basement of this building, where they have a replica of a basement in the United Kingdom doing production. And there you can see Look at the stained glass windows. You will notice most of them are covered by plastic for a good reason. Those stained glass windows are Tiffany stained glass windows, and in my opinion, they are practically priceless. Now, we all know that churches are closed on a Wednesday, but I am told if you go to the church office on this side and ask them, they will let you into the nave of the church, and if it's a sunny afternoon like today, those Tiffany stained glass windows are an incredible treat to the eye. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
First of all, that no witches ever lived in that building. And it is open till 5 p.m., I believe, today. I'm going to tell you more about it in a few moments. However, we are going to pause at a white mansion on our right-hand side. This white mansion is called the Ropes Mansion. It was owned obviously by the Ropes family. He was a magistrate, but he was also a royalist, which means that even after the American Revolution, he was still being paid by the British government. So he was not the most popular person here in Salem. However, how many of you on this trolley have ever seen the film Hocus Pocus?
Yes.
Remember the scene where Bette Midler goes to a private party and they steal her broomstick? They filmed it in front of the Ropes Mansion. At midnight, the neighbors got over it eventually. As we go down the street here, to the left, the first big building is the second oldest private library in America, still in operation today. Building. The year was 1800. A group of business people got together. They asked Samuel McIntyre if he could come up with a function hall. He came up with this brick building, finished it in 1805. They named it after Alexandra Hamilton, who a year earlier had been shot in a duel in New Jersey. Or as they say, New Jersey. Down on the ground floor, they used to have public offices. But if you come back here, go to the second floor. There, they have what's called a suspended ballroom floor. This means that when you step on it, or better yet, dance on it, it flexes. Now what I'm about to tell you is, yes, here in Salem, in 1692, there were some witches here. There still are today. A certain meter maid comes to mind. However, if you remember me telling you about George Corwin, the nasty sheriff, Corwin, this fellow's name, Jonathan Corwin. Jonathan Corwin, who owned this building, was the uncle to George Corwin. The two of them would go throughout Salem looking at property. If they liked it, they would try and get the owner into this building. And there, under pressure, they would then try and make that owner admit that they were a witch. 40 ships were tied up for this vessel, unloading their cargo into a mustard-colored warehouse to our left. Right now, this trolley would be just about on the surface of the North River, and now totally submerged. If you look straight forward through the windshield, slightly to the left, you see a large bronze statue. A lot of people point to the statue and they utter the word witch. You know something? It is not even a female. It is a statue of Roger Conan, our very first governor, who governed here in Salem from 1626 to 1628.
So far, so good.
Oh, Salem's oldest cemetery. It is the second oldest cemetery in America. You and I can read the white plaque outside it. Down at the bottom, you will notice that the Reverend John Higginson is buried here. But if you come back here on your own, go down the center part here, so you get to that bronze plaque in the middle. And that bronze plaque will tell you exactly everyone is laid out here, no other pets. If you look to the left, forward, to the large White House, no, President Trump does not live there. This White House was built in 1800, 255 miles. If you look to the right here and rear, you will see the Witch Trials Memorial. If you go in there, among other things, you are going to count 20 stone benches. One stone bench dedicated to each person they executed here in Salem back in 1692. Notice, I did not call them witches, because they weren't. Now for many years, Salem was the leading port in America. Ships left here almost every known port. If you look to the right, you see that you sprinkle on your food. It made millionaires here in Salem. And if you look forward to the trolley, to the left, the next second large brick building, our final customs house. Look at the corner office where the green shutters are. In that office, the famous writer, Nathaniel Hawthorne, was employed as a port surveyor. Our right turn into the parking lot from the Alton Gate. Look to the left here of this building, E.O. Pepper Candy Shop. It is the oldest candy shop in America. And if you go in there and try and ward off the calories, you are going to see a picture of Oprah Winfrey behind the counter. This is because I'm told she still pulls them up once a month and has chocolate jerseys sent to all her friends across America. Our driver, Roger, and I, we're still waiting. We live in eternal hope here. Is anyone getting off in the house of Seven Gables? It is down the brick path here. Make a left turn. The chimneys you see to the left, that is the actual house. It is the original house, built in 1668 for Captain Turner and his family. 3 generations of Turners lived in that building. Before it was sold to Captain Nicholson. Now when I sat down to study Salem history, I learned about a lot of rich people here. It was a port. Everyone made money. The 3rd generation Turners left our shores to go back to England as virtual foremen. Then Captain Ingersoll, he died. Maybe it was first, maybe only, fresh seawater food. And I'll tell you how it works. As you look across this pool, you'll see a stone dike. In the middle of that stone dike, you'll see a square cement structure with 3 pipes sticking up from it. That is a dam. They would let high tide flow into this pool. At the moment of high tide, they would dam off the pool. People would swim in it, enjoy it. Then, approximately 6 hours later, as low tide approached, they would lift the dam up, let all this water flow out, and replenish it on the next 5 hours. So they had fresh seawater 24/7. Today, the pool is used as a marine laboratory by Salem State University. The building to the right here is the original hangar, and unfortunately it looks like this was built in 1933. Take a look at the front door there. It is one continuous door. It opens high receding up into the ceiling, and they would tow aircraft into the hangar and work throughout the year. Now back in 1801, the British gave Salem 200 willow trees as a gift. Salem planted them in its immediate area. They changed the name of this area to Salem Willows. It has always been a recreational area. At one time, there was a direct rail link from here to the center of Boston. But during the 1930s and 1940s, there were dancers here, and all your big band songs, people like Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, played here every If you look to the right, you'll see the original bunkers they built in 1942 to stow with live ammunition and depth charges. And the very last person to be hanged in Salem was hanged here on the high ground with dryers. They did not hang the witches here. This young lad, though, not only stole a horse, but he burned down the barn he stole from. So, as a final example, they have them here. I am told one of the campsites here supposedly is haunted. If you look to the right here, Charming Beach, inelegant name of dead horse. The year was 1914. World War I was getting ready to break out in Europe. The time, 1:38 in the afternoon, about an hour ago. The date, the 25th of June. A fire broke out here in Salem. It burned for almost 2 days. Over 3,500 people were made homeless by this fire. As far as I can research, nobody died in it. However, in 1914, the horse was the 18-wheeler they delivered encroachments you may have towed fire apparatus. Many of them perished in that family fire. So you had dead horses, June temperatures, not a good combination. So they buried them here at the low tide mark, almost as it is now, and changed the name of the speech to Notable Speech.
I honestly think climbing that tree might be a little bit easier. That's good to know for a future detour. There's a pirate museum right here. That's awesome. This house right here still got a bunch of Halloween decorations hanging. I'm pretty sure those aren't Halloween decorations and they're just birdhouses. But there was a couple skulls up there. That's what got me confused. This house right here kind of reminds me of that house in Amityville Horror. I gotta say, I've never been inside the witch dungeon. Don't know if I'm gonna do it today, but it's an idea for a future detour. I always love stopping inside this pop culture store before I head back to the car. They got some really cool stuff in here. Like I documented before, we got Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees from the remake, 2009. And that looks like maybe Jason from part 3 or 4. Here's an original Michael Myers mask up there. Signed by John Carpenter. They have several other Michael Myers masks here as well from Halloween Part 2 with the bleeding eyes, and looks like Rob Zombie's Halloween and the 2018 remake Halloween. Oh man, just take my money. A tiki glass made like the creature from the Black Lagoon. How much is this? 20 bucks? All right, let's go home, man. Well, that's going to be it for today's detour from Salem, Massachusetts. If you've never been to Salem before, I totally recommend getting on that trolley tour. It's about 20 bucks, real short money. The tour lasts about an hour. You can get on and off as you please. You can read all the little plaques in front of all of the historical places. It's pretty cool. And if trolleys aren't your thing, definitely walk around Salem. Just go to that trolley depot, get that map. It shows you all the stops that trolley takes. And you can just do the trolley stops without taking the trolley. Now, I didn't show you everything about Salem in this video. In fact, this is kind of a shorter video. I've covered a lot more other stuff. Go check out the other 7 or 8 Salem videos I have up on this YouTube channel. If you do like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I always answer all the comments. Besides giving the thumbs up, if you really like this channel, maybe you should subscribe to it. Hit that little red button that says subscribe right down below. And while you're clicking away, click on that small bell. It's a bell icon. It'll give you instant notification every single time I upload a brand new detour. Check me out on social media. I'm on Instagram at Derek Millen, DerekMillen. On Instagram, I'm showing you places where I'm currently filming a detour. You're going to see where I am. I'm about, 2 or 3 days before I put that video up on YouTube. And as always, I'll catch you on the next detour.